Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, you know what it is? Prediction time. Look, let's get into it, guys. So you already know my team, Baltimore Ravens, is not playing this week. All right? Oh, it hurts. But you know I got the picks for the other. And I've been kind of getting back my bearings because this year has been kind of weird. So I've been getting back to my normal, calling things pretty close. So I'm going to tell y'all what the Wunderkind Show thinks and what their predictions are now. We're going to break it all down. So, of course, Sunday morning, you got LA versus Jags, the Rams. I got the Jags in this one. Puka Nacua is, from my understanding, is not supposed to play. That means everything's going to have to go through Devontae Adams. They have the cornerback depth to take him away. And I don't see anybody else that's explosive unless the Rams are just running the ball crazy, right? And I don't think it's going to happen. So I got the Jaguars beating them, something to the tune of, 24, 17, 24, 19, somewhere in that range. And, Trevor Lawrence has a very, very nice game. Look for him to have a rushing touchdown and 2 passing. I think he'll have for this game. Miami versus Browns are the next one on the schedule. I'm picking Miami over the Browns. I have no belief in Dylan Gabriel at all. Everything he does is quick out of his hands. He has trouble seeing over the line. He has trouble seeing and building. Because one thing Drew Brees and smaller quarterbacks did, they would create windows between the gaps of the linemen. He does not seem adept at doing that, at least not yet. And the Browns, as good as their defense can be, their offense has been nothing short as abysmal, to say the least. So I think Miami rebounds versus the Browns, beats them, low-scoring game. Look for this to be like 14-3 or 10-3 Miami. Mind you, already Tyreek Hill's out for the rest of the year. So you're not no over-the-head explosive plays you got to worry about. Everything pretty much in front of you. But Darren Waller might have something to say about that game. Hence why I'm picking the Miami Dolphins. Eagles versus Vikings. Picking the Eagles. They're going to push their way to another victory. Look for this one to be a close game. But once again, Eagles push. And I think Saquon goes like he has a very good game this game. Look for Saquon to have something like 40 to 50 yards receiving, something like 100 to 120 yards on the ground. I think this is going to be a Saquon game where he just goes off. And Eagles wins this game 21-10 and take the dub and keep it moving. I know there's been a lot of chatter about A.J. Brown. Once they start winning, they're going to start tossing the ball. It'll all quiet back down. As long as they're winning, that it won't get loud enough for them to make a change. So, yeah, I think they beat them and beat them soundly. Patriots versus Titans. I believe this is going to be a blowout. Drake May is on a heater right now. Also, their coach, who was fired by the Titans, trust and believe he's going to have a little extra oomph to try to embarrass them and let them know that the stupidest thing they ever did was letting him out of the building. I've already told you guys, I thought he's one of the top 5 coaches in the league easily, and to let him go, especially to the place where he made his name, Vrabel. I'm looking at this like you guys are dumb. So I think the Titans get absolutely massacred. Look for this to be like 31-10, 31-11, somewhere in that range. It could even get worse. It's all based on how bad or how angry Vrabel's feeling. Because if Vrabel, this could get ugly early, talking about 27-3, 27-7, something like that, and Vrabel's like, pour it on. We might get a 40-13 game or something like that out of this. Just to let you know. So, yeah, look for Stephon Diggs to have a huge game in that game. Colts versus Chargers, picking the Colts. Listen, Chargers are good. They've had trouble at times stopping the run. The Colts run the ball right now, the best in the league. They're going to run it. They're going to play action. They're going to do all those things. And I don't think that they've really used Danny's legs like that. They have not used his legs. I think this is a game because of the addition of Owe. I think that Owe is going to get past that line once or twice. And you're going to see Daniel Jones make a couple plays where you're like, ooh. Yeah, I think he does that. So look for the Colts to beat them. Close game. I think Justin Herbert plays well, but I think he makes a costly turnover that costs him the game. Colts get away with the win. Look for this to be somewhere like around 27, 24 in that range. Washington versus Dallas. This is a gut game. I think Dallas wins this game. I think Pickens has roughly 150 to 160 receiving yards or maybe even more. 2 touchdowns. I think Pickens goes off this game. Look for him to have a 50 to 60 yard reception in this game on top of a whole bunch of receptions, which bring up that yardage total. So if you're into fantasy football, pick Pickens. I think Pickens is going to go off this week. Look for the Cowboys to beat them 28 to 30 to about 25 to 26. All right? Picking the Cowboys, though. Bears versus Saints. Picking the Bears. You know why. Saints haven't been real good. Think the Bears get out of there. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a game where the Bears just want to get their stuff and get to the next game. Why? They're playing the Ravens. And they're playing a Ravens team who has Lamar Jackson coming back. So with that being said, next week, I think that they're going to start overlooking this team, and Saints are going to play a lot better than everybody thinks, but the Bears escape with the win. But they make it definitely challenging for them. Score might be like 19-17, something like that. Kansas City, Raiders, Kansas City's going to blow them out. Look for Kansas City to score like 30 to 35 points in this game. Raiders are probably going to score probably 16 to 17 points. Definitely a blowout. More chatter that Kansas City's back to being the best team in the league. Blah, 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 blah. I think Kansas City takes this one handedly. Panthers versus Jets. Roar! Picking the Panthers. Jets have not won a game, and I do not think they rebound versus the Panthers. The Panthers at times can be hot or cold. I think they find their heater this week. Their quarterback's probably going to have 2 to 3 touchdown passes. And yeah, it's just going to be one of those weird games. I really believe so. One of those weird games. But the Panthers win this one by about 10 points or more. Look for this to be like, 30 to 20. Jets, maybe 30 to even 15. The Panthers are going to get after the Jets quarterback. I'm telling you that right now. Hence why I'm not picking them to get over 20 points. Broncos versus Giants. I'm picking the Broncos. I think that Jackson Dart gets a rude awakening. I think this is his welcome to the NFL game where they're going to hit him and hit him very hard and hit him consistently and a lot. So I think he has a bad game. Broncos come out of here with a big win. I think they're going to, once they get up on them by about 10 to 14 points, they're just going to try to run out the clock. 28 to 14, somewhere in that vicinity. Then I'm looking for this game to be. Green Bay versus Cardinals. I have another gut game. I think the Cardinals take this game. I think Kyler Murray goes off this game. 3 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. gets 2 of those passing touchdowns, and they somehow get away with a win. Look for this to be like 31-27. Cardinals, Kyler's best game of the season. I think this is what this is going to be. And then, of course, Falcons versus 49ers. I think Falcons come in. I think they're going to start running the ball a lot more. Algier and Bijan are going to go. I think they're going to, especially with their star linebacker being out for the rest of the year, Fred Warner. Oh, yeah. I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to fly and fly high versus the 49ers, and they're going to run the ball down their throats. Now, this is going to be both teams trying to run the ball down their throat, but I think that Atlanta is more successful. Look for this to be somewhere around 24 to 17. Atlanta running backs have all of the touchdowns in this game. Look for Bijan to have 2 touchdowns, Algier to have at least 1. Okay, but that's my predictions for this week. Let me know what you think and feel about them, especially down in the comment section. And hey, leave some scores there too. Okay, guys? I think I broke it down pretty well. Once again, that's the Wunderkind picks. We'll see what happens. But I've been doing better each week because this year kind of started off really weird. But we're going to see how it falls into place now moving forward. Okay, guys? But what do you guys think? Let me know and take it down in the comment section. Okay, guys? But that's an episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. I know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please remember, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know all the comments. Also, support the Wunderkind Morning Show live Monday through Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Touch on all types of sports breakdowns. culture, pop culture, and a little bit of nostalgia trivia, especially at the end of the show from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Guys, be there or be squared. Also, if you'd like to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and just stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is not just signing off, and as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yup.
Finish him, Daddy.
Do not